Yes, guys. Sorry, everyone. How is everybody? Yeah, sorry about the lateness here on the show today. Yeah, my daughter weren't very well, and yeah, I had to come so I didn't have time to quickly tell you guys I was going to be late. It was a quick thing. Hope everyone's okay, and thanks for joining, guys. I'm really sorry about the lateness, but yeah, my daughter weren't too well, so I had to come on real. I didn't have time to just quickly let you guys know that I won't go beyond. So I had to quickly do stuff and really apologise that I'm late. But I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. Let me just get through these chats because like Niall in the house. How you doing, Niall? I'm taking my breakfast. Morning, Gary. Morning, Matthew. Oh, Zabiri joining the member. Big up, Zabiri. So yeah. If you don't know, guys, I have got memberships up on the channel right now. So, yeah, please go and check it out, guys. See how you feel about it. Starting at $1.99. There will be more memberships as we go. As the channel grows and gets bigger and bigger, there will be more memberships, guys. So, yeah. So you'll always get a shout out to Beery. Thank you very much, my friend. Hi, Helen. Hi, Jamie. I'm trying to join, but having problems. Can you please help? Let me know what the issue is, Helen, and I'll help you. Stuff Edward. Start for you, Zabiri. Yeah, big up Zabiri anyway. Morning, Red fams. It's grey, drizzly day here in Liverpool, but our day is about to be brightened. Big up Stephen Owens. Bless up, Edward. I'll sleep later in my night. Hi, Stephen. Bless up, my man. Very true. Jamie, still eating breakfast, I guess. No, I'm really sorry. Yeah, my daughter went too well. Hi, Helen. Good morning, you beautiful person. Hello, everyone. Well, thank you, Stephen. It's our birthday today, 100 years old. We got Matthew. Hi, Stephen. Happy birthday to the best club in the world. What a great day. I want Bowen as a present. Happy Friday, everyone. Sorry, guys, about all this lateness. I'm a coffee man. Only time I have a tea is when I have a cold. Then it has to be black, hot, and lots of honey. Unlike my coffee, when I can. Oh, yeah, I prefer coffee. Morning, Zabiri. Always tea for me, my friend. Question is milk first or not? No, milk second. Big up John Conway becoming a member on the channel as well. Thank you very much, John Conway. I appreciate the love. Thank you very much. Always water first. Good morning. You guys had a chat between yourselves. I'm really sorry. How you doing, John Conway? When having coffee, always though. God, guys, I'm really sorry that I was late to the party. There we go. Morning, Jamie. Thank you very much, John Conway. Yeah, so I'm really sorry about the lateness. You know, things. Little one got ill, so yeah. Hope everyone's okay. I do apologise yet again. And that light is right on my head. Morning, Jamie. Morning, everyone. Morning. Well, good morning, Jamie. Big up, Helen. I'm at school right now watching. Oh, look at that. Love it. Liverpool should sign players this summer. Good morning, bro. Hope your kid's okay. Cheers, my man. Yeah, everything's all right now. It was just like I'd do something real quick. Everything's good now. But then I totally forgot to let you guys know I'm just going a little bit late. So I do apologise, guys. I really do apologise. I hope you're okay, though. Hope she's okay. The important thing is, mate, yeah, she's good now. She's good. Hope your daughter feels well soon, Jamie. Thank you, Karen. I understand family comes first, Jamie. I hope it's okay. Yeah, everything's cool now, guys. Everything's cool now. Thank you very much for the love, guys. Do appreciate it. Big up, Jamie, reporting live from the squat rack. Savage at the squat rack today. Liverpool should sign João Phoenix this summer. I cannot verify my membership. What is the option? I'm not sure on that. I'll get Lauren to have a look for you, Helen. And I'll get Lauren to have a look for you. That is okay, Jane family first. Hi, Gary. Good morning, Jamie. We got John Thomas in the house. Yeah, guys. So, as I said, memberships are now available on the channel. So yeah, it's just one membership at the moment, $1.99 membership. And as we grow and get bigger, I'll be adding new memberships to the channel as well. So the next membership we add will be like a little bit up. You're getting different things, Facebook group stuff, and membership videos. So that will be coming as well on the channel as we grow, guys, as well. But I appreciate the love of joining, guys, and thank you very much. Helen, I'll get Lauren to check it out for you. Hello, Helen. How you doing? Helen, I'll get Lauren to check it out. I'll get the wild wife to check it out for you. Hey, Jamie, blessed morning to you and yours. So to hear, oh, miss isn't well. Yeah, it's all good now. It's all good now, Jay. It's all good now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's start this show off now, guys, shall we? Let's start this show off. Don't forget, guys, to please like the channel, subscribe to the channel as well. Give this video a big like, guys. We're on 20 likes so far. There's 31 of you in here right now. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. And if you do fancy joining, becoming a member, it's the Team OG membership. Team OG, if you join up as a member, it's $1.99 a month. You get loyalty badges, custom emojis, and you get member shout outs live on the air. And there'll be more to come as we go as well, guys. So yeah, if you're interested in joining Team OG, $1.99 a month on the membership to the Jamie Phillips Football Chats channel, guys. Thank you very much for everything, guys. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to please like the video. Let's get the likes right up. Please subscribe if you can. And Helen is done it. There you go. Helen is now a new member. Big up, Helen. Thank you very much. I appreciate the love. There we go. Beautiful, Helen. Thank you very much, Helen. Jedi. Football is life. Captain Sal in the house. Morning, Jamie. Celebrating the Mighty Reds on my birthday today. Your birthday today. Your birthday as well today, Jay. Happy birthday to you. Morning, guys. Morning. Rod's in the house. Big up my bro. Big up, Rods. How you doing, my friend? All right, Jamie. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're having a great morning and a great week so far. Big up to yourself, Pablo, as always. Good morning, Learning for Life. Oops, I meant after. Morning, my man, Snapman in the house as well. How you doing? One Savage. Did I say that right? Because I hear people say that all the time. I said that right. Liverpool will go again, Jamie. Yes, we will. We'll consider membership if I land a job, matey, to interview this week. Fingers crossed. Big up, Stephen. Hope you get your job, my friend. It works. Big up, Helen, new member, Team OG member. And John Conway says happy birthday, Jay. So, guys, we're going to talk about today. Do Liverpool have an FSG problem? That's what we're going to talk about today, because what's happening is, so basically I've been doing the rounds. I've been doing the rounds on social media, Twitter, other YouTube channels, other Liverpool YouTube channels. And I was on, what is it? The Anfield Agenda. Is it the Anfield Agenda? The Irish guy who does the Anfield Agenda. I can't remember his name right now. He's a nice bloke. He's a decent fella. I know he gets a lot of, he did used to get a lot of abuse on his channel and stuff like that. And he used to get quite upset about it. But he seems like a nice fella to me. But he was there. He was doing a video yesterday. And he did a little video yesterday, little upload. And I was watching it. And it was a good video. Shout out to him. I think it's Craig. Yeah, Craig over at the Anfield Agenda. Anfield Agenda. Shout out to him. Big shout out to him. Great fella. Good video as well. Really good video. But he had some talking points in it. He was talking about Liverpool always are the next season sort of club, the next summer club. What we do next summer. Fenway Sports Group, that's it. And sorry, Matthew. Yeah, if you're not a Liverpool fan, sorry, Matthew. So Matthew, it's Fenway Sports Group. It's the people that own Liverpool Football Club. And so I was watching that and basically talking about, we're always next summer. We're always next summer. And have we sort of like, have we backed Jurgen Klopp enough since he's been manager of Liverpool, considering like who he is and have we backed him enough and stuff like this? And I'm watching it and thinking, I think we backed him really well. I think we recruited well. Then I was looking at the comments underneath it. Obviously, it's his channel. They're his boys, and they're saying like FSG don't back Klopp enough. There's not enough money in the club. We need to look like a big club again. We need to look like an important club. We don't do enough in the transfer market. FSG always let us down. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. I'm not quite sure. Like I had got in the comments. I got in the comments of that video, and I was just like, because a lot of people said that like we're not progressing as a club, and Klopp works miracles with this club, with this squad that he has. So I just got in the comments and asked a few questions. Now, I probably shouldn't have got in the comments and asked a question because I got a shite load of abuse after. But I don't mind. It's what it's all about, ain't it? But yeah, so I just asked a few questions, and then everyone starts calling me a top red, and I'm an FSG lover, and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm just asking a question. Is FSG really that bad? I've heard people say Klopp is working miracles with the squad he's got, and I'm like, really? Is he really working miracles? Yes, he's an exceptional manager, but it's not like he's got Tranmere's squad, is it? Do we go over the top sometimes, guys? Do you think sometimes we go over the top and go too deep into looking at things? Because I was looking at it yesterday. So I've been looking at it for over 24 hours now. So Mane's going to leave. Salah looks like he wants to leave. So this is where it all comes down to. So Mane apparently is on 100 grand a week at Liverpool Football Club. Now, I say apparently because I've seen so many different numbers. I've seen one where it says Mane's on 100 grand a week. I've seen another one where it says Mane's actually on 100 grand, 150, 180 grand a week. So I'm not sure what Mane really earns. Has he been underpaid in his time at Liverpool? Probably. Yeah, of course he has. For what he's gave Liverpool Football Club, he has been underpaid as a player, in my opinion. Of course he has. Mo Salah is on 200 grand a week right now. There was a thing where Liverpool offered a 15% pay rise to Mo Salah in his contract. And that, for me, does take the pee a little bit. I'll get to your chats in 1 minute, guys. That does take the mick a little bit, in my opinion. 15% pay rise is like, Mo's not going to sign that. So a 15% pay rise takes him to 230 grand a week, makes him the highest paid player in Liverpool Football Club history. At the moment, Virgil van Dijk is out on 220. Now, that's probably basic contract, and after that, you get bonuses and things move on from there. Right? But that is taking the mick. But at the same time, with Mo Salah, I've said this for a while now. I don't think Mo Salah is a 400 to 500 grand a week footballer, which people might say, "What, Jamie? What you on about? He bangs goals. He gets 30 goals every season. How can you say that?" And the reason I say that is because of his all-round game. It's Mo Salah's all-round game that I find the problem. I don't think Mo Salah's all-round game is that great at times. Like, how many times do we watch a Liverpool game? You see Mo Salah get the ball down the right-hand side, he cuts inside, and he always runs into defenders and loses the ball. Happens a lot, don't it? It happens a lot. And that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think his all-round game is exceptional. I really don't. And to have an all-round game, be a 400 to 500,000 a week player, for me, his all-round game has got to be a lot better than what it actually is. And He gives away a lot. He gives the ball away a heck of a lot. He's not super clinical. I think personally, I think Son at Tottenham is more clinical than Salah. Salah will probably sometimes get more goals. I'll give you that, but he has, to be fair, he plays in a far better team and he creates a lot more chances. But Son is far more clinical. Son, you know, when I look at Son and Salah, when Son's one-on-one with a goalkeeper, I think it's a goal straight away. I don't always think that when Mo Salah's one-on-one with a goalkeeper all the time, if that makes sense. So I'm looking at that point of view and I'm putting these questions out there in the chat on these video and Craig's video. And I'm like, I'm getting all this hate coming back at me. And I'm like, guys, I'm not hating. I'm not loving, you know, I'm just trying to put some questions out there in the atmosphere. Is everything really FSG's fault all the time? We have to have a structure in our football club. I know people don't like that word structure. They think you can just spend money wherever it comes from. Like Liverpool have made a lot of money over the last few years, yeah? People keep going, where's the Champions League money? Where's the Champions League money? Why aren't we spending Champions League money? It's because of the way the club is run. The way the club is run, everything we earn, we spend on everything in the club. We're basically that sort of team, right? Some people are like this in life. You know, they go to their paycheck and they spend it and then go to their paycheck again and spend, and they go to their paycheck and spend, because it's just the way they have to run everything in their family. And FSG is a bit like that as well. We're like that as a football club. We're a very well-run football club. Do I want to be like Man United up the road? No, I do not. No, I do not. Man United have spent more money than anybody. More money than anybody. Even more money in Man City. And look where they are. Look at the trouble they're in. They're in financial trouble massively. Really big financial trouble. And I don't want to be like that. I don't know anyone who wants to be like that. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my light. I don't want to be like that. Does anyone else want to be like that? I don't think anyone wants to be like Manchester United. Surely the money they're spending and wasting, and look at where they are in the league, struggling badly. That's not for me, guys. That's not for me. That is for you guys either. So, are we a well-run club? Yeah. Would I like us to spend a bit more money? Yeah. But of course I would. I'd love us to spend more money. But at the same time, do we want to spend money for money that we can't afford? If that makes sense to you guys. Sorry, this something's going wrong with my screen here. Let me just sort that out. There you go. That's a bit better. Do we spend money that we can't afford though, guys, at the same time? Do we spend money on things we can't afford? So everyone's like, we need to spend money. Right, let's spend money. Let's go and give Salah 400 grand a week. Let's then go and give Virgil 350 grand a week. Let's give Alisson 300 grand a week. Let's give Nkunku, if he comes to the club, he'll go and see it and he'll want at least 280, 300. So we give him that a week. That's what everyone wants, yeah? Then what happens is FSG can't afford to keep that model going with that sort of pricing. So what happens then? We start to lose out on money. Because we start to lose out on money and we want people on these wages, we can't anymore use transfer money. Yeah. So we can't buy players. So we don't develop as a team. Considering who we go up against in English Premier League, this is what I think people don't always take into consideration. Look at the football team we're going up against every single week. And we're the only ones close enough to do it. Manchester City. Manchester City bought a player last season just gone, Jack Grealish, for £100 million. Yeah? £100 million. I'm sure for £100 million transfer, he's on hefty wages, right? This season, he's got 2 goals and 2 assists. It's not good enough. No one says anything in the media. No one says anything in the media about it, right? If Liverpool went and bought £100 million player tomorrow, for starters, all the fan base would be going, oh, well done. We mean business all of a sudden. I hate that term. We mean business. We're showing what we want to do and all that because we spent 100 million on a player, yeah? So we buy a 100 million player. That 100 million player will be under so much pressure because he'd have to work straight away. Liverpool can't buy a 100 million player and he just has 2 goals and 2 assists all season. It can't happen. But if Man City, they're like, yeah, that'd be all right. And then they go and spend another 100 million the next season because it didn't work. And we're meant to, and people moan that FSG aren't competing with that. They're not that. I find that madness in a way. I find, how can you compete with that? You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. You can't. Liverpool can't go. FSG must sometimes think like, look, have we done wrong at Liverpool? Yeah. You know, the naming rights of Liverpool and the ticket things and all that. That was a fiasco and a stupid. And then the Super League. Look, I understand the Super League. The more I actually look at what UEFA is doing to the Champions League, I don't think the Super League was all that bad at the end. But I can understand why they got hate for it, right? I can understand all that, right? But they still run the club really well. And look how well we're going. We were that close away from winning a quad. So close away from winning a quad. Of course, you've got to put all that down to Jurgen Klopp. You do. But then Jurgen Klopp can only do what he does on the pitch if he gets the players to do it. This is what I keep saying. So when people say, oh, Jurgen Klopp's never been backed, how do you think Jurgen Klopp would do if he got seriously backed? And I'm always like, hang on, this is the same Liverpool fan base. And sometimes us Liverpool fan base is a bit emotional. But this is the same Liverpool fan base that not only just recently have been saying, right, we have the best goalkeeper in the world. In my opinion, we do. We have the best centre-back in the world. In my opinion, we do. Left back and right backs, you can argue it. You know, they're up there in the way in the top 5 of right backs and left backs in world football. You've got a Thiago, Fabinho. There's not many better DMs in world football than Fabinho. Let's be fair about it. Salah is probably the best inside right forward in the world for goals. Now, his all-round play maybe not, but for goals, he is. Mane was one of the best left wingers in world football while he was at Liverpool Football Club. You know, we have got all these players, but people still say Klopp runs a miracle. And this is what I'm trying to say, and they're not getting back. So how can we all say that Klopp is a miracle worker with the squad he's got and things like that, and he's not been backed? But still in the same sentence, we as Liverpool fans say about Alisson, Virgil, you know, the fullbacks, the Thiagos, the Fabinhos, the Salah and Mane's as well. We all forget Diaz came in January. You know, Kanate, look at Kanate, 36 million. That looks like money beautifully spent. He looks like he's going to be an absolute demon for us guys going forward. I find it strange. I don't get it. I personally don't get it. I don't know how you guys feel in the chat. I'm going to get to the chat now, but I'm going to get to the chat now and have you see what you guys say. So let me get to the chat right now. I've had my little rant. Liverpool go again, Jamie. I read that one. Woohoo, it worked. Happy birthday, Jay. Morning, Statman. Wagwan and Rods and Zubiri. I said that correct. I don't even know what it means, but I said it. Am I on your show next week, Jamie, mate? Yeah, Stubbsy, you're on my show next week for a couple. We'll get you on for a couple of videos in the morning, afternoon shows if you're up for that, Stubbsy. What is FSG? Morning, Steve. Now, you interesting show today? Yeah, I think we do, Jamie. Bless up, John. Our owners, Matthew, Craig. Fitway Sports Group owners, Liverpool. Big up, people. They must back Jurgen Klopp, Jamie E. Hit the like button, guys. 40-year-old Virgil in the house. Okay, thanks, Aaron. I'm a West Ham fan, so thanks. Okay, Matt. Jamie, LFC is between the passionate fans and the great business owners. LFCs are great for business and has lots of money for passionate fans. Big ups to Beery. No, we have a sports washing problem, not an FSG problem. Thank you very much, Edward. Thank you very much, Edward. Exactly. No one says it, though. Look at Man City. Man City got found guilty for cheating. The only reason they never got banned from Europe for 2 years and probably had Premier League trophies taken away from them in the Premier League is because UEFA got their paperwork in, didn't get their paperwork in time, and plus messed up on the paperwork as well. So City's lawyers were able to take it to bits. If UEFA did their job properly, got the paperwork in on time and got everything correct on that paperwork, we would be sitting here right now and City would be in the mud a little bit. But no, they get away with it. And also, they're sponsored on their stadium and on their shirts by the same person who owns them. How is this possible? How is this possible? It's absolutely madness, if you ask me. Absolutely madness. Absolute madness. I don't get it. I really don't. I heard that fella got chased out of Liverpool, mate. Apparently, he said he hates gases, etc. Yeah, he's an Irish guy, and is it Craig Hawson? Craig Hawson, Anfield Agenda. Look, he came up with some good points. It's a great channel over there. Go and check him out, guys. But he did come out with some great points. FSG have you can offer a war chest, Jane. To be frank, good stat man. Hope life's treating you well. We've backed him enough. We're just up against the sports washing cheats. Yeah, exactly. Rage and Pot with the new membership. Big up Rage and Pot. He's just become a member of Team OG. Big up Rage and Pot. Big up my friend. Thank you very much. And because of that, Rage and Pot, you get member shout outs, you get your emojis, you get your member stickers. And then as we build this channel up, there'll be more nice things coming up on the memberships, guys. Appreciate the love. I really do. Thank you very much, my friend. August even just put in the finishing touches on a massive football connection for next week. Big up, Steve. Big up, Steve. Not for me as a fan, but as a business for themselves, they have. FSG have made mistakes and need to learn from them, but our revenues have grown a lot, meaning we can spend more and crucially win within our means. Exactly. I don't like FSG, Jane, but one thing I have liked is that they have done is cleared out our debt and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Well, as far as FSG, I was glad they saved club from so much debt back in 2010, but with the Super League stuff. Yeah, see the Super League stuff. When I look at what UEFA's doing, I don't see much difference. I really don't. When I see what UEFA's doing, I mean, if you see what the Champions League's going to look like in 2 years, there's no difference. It is a Super League. There is no difference. So, yeah, and with the way UEFA are, the cheating bastards, and with UEFA now, you know, especially after what happened to Liverpool fans in Champions League final Saturday, I don't think there's much difference. I really don't. Big up, Jamie. First join members. Big up, Raging Pot. Big up to all the members as well. And another member there, Sabiri. Klopp and FSG are good together. I agree with that. I think FSG and Jurgen Klopp work very well together. FSG are clever, very clever. I think they've been brilliant, but I do have trust issues with this new Champions League they tried to do. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Look, I agree with everyone saying about the membership, like the Super League stuff. I absolutely agree with that. He's built that squad for less than market rate, but it's a world-class squad, best squad we've ever had, according to some. Exactly how 40-year-old Virgil. This is what I'm saying. So some fans can't say, "My God, this is the best Liverpool squad I've seen in my lifetime." To then go in, FSG don't back Jurgen Klopp, and Jurgen Klopp's working miracles, and we need to start acting like a big club again. Now, he came up with 2 names when he was doing his talk. So he was sitting there. Look, he was sitting there very, you know, if you know Craig and the Anfield Gender, he's a very emotional lad, ain't he? He can be a very emotional lad. And he was sitting there very calm, talking it through. And I thought I really respected him for it. I thought, you know what, son, keep doing it like that. And yeah, and you're just putting some pointers out there, and they were good pointers, good arguments to make, and we can all have these arguments, and we can come back with arguments against it as well. But you're saying like Liverpool need to act like a big European club that they are now. They need to act like a big European club like they are. Why aren't we going for the big names? He said like Haaland was available. Like Haaland was available. Why weren't we ever interested? Why weren't we in for Haaland? You know, obviously he went to Man City. And my answer to that as well was, why wasn't Real Madrid in for him? Why wasn't PSG in for him? Why weren't Man United in for him? Why weren't Barcelona in for him? Why weren't Inter Milan and AC Milan in for him? Why weren't Bayern Munich in for him? You know, why is it always Liverpool? So at the same time, why weren't all them clubs into him? The reason is that Man City has more money. Simple as that. Man City have more money. And Man City were able to pay what the agent fees and the family fees. Do you know how much? I think people get a bit blindsided by transfers and go, oh my word, Haaland was only 75 million euro buyout clause. This is like 60 odd million pounds. Yeah, that's easily affordable. Yeah, it is. His wages demand was 400 grand a week. Then you've got to remember, after his wages, his bonuses, then it's agent fees and the fees to his dad. They paid more out on agent fees and the money to his dad than they did on the actual transfer itself. The actual transfer itself. So when you put everything together, you're looking at almost £200 million for Haaland. Wages, agents' fees, signing on fee, transfer fee, the money that was paid to his dad as well. You're looking at over £200 million. So when people say why weren't Liverpool, that is why Liverpool weren't interested. That's why Liverpool weren't, because they couldn't do it financially. You know, that's why Real Madrid didn't go for him. That's why Barcelona didn't go for him. That's why Bayern Munich didn't go for him. That's why AC Milan and Inter Milan didn't go for him. That's why Juventus didn't go for him. You know, it's not just about Liverpool. There is massive teams in Europe that didn't go for him as well at the same time, and because of the money that is involved. There's only two clubs that can really do that, and that's PSG and Man City. And I think PSG knew they weren't going to get him anyway, so he went to Man City. Everyone always says, "Oh, weren't Liverpool," because the financial reasons. It doesn't make sense. And then there's the Mbappe factor. I think everyone's got a bit. He spoke about Mbappe when we spoke to Mbappe when he was at Monaco. I think everyone is getting a bit worked up that Mbappe said he spoke to Liverpool and didn't read in between the lines. The reason Mbappe spoke to Liverpool is because his mum supports Liverpool, so he's just doing her a favour. Yeah, his mum actually supports Liverpool. I don't know why, and Kylian Mbappe's mum is a big Liverpool fan. So because she's a big Liverpool fan, he spoke to John W. Henry and Jurgen Klopp. Yeah, it was a talk. I don't think it was a chat that we'll go buy him. Yeah, the man always wanted to go at PSG at the time. He is a Parisian, comes from Paris. You know, he wanted to go to PSG. It didn't matter what we said, but he spoke to us, yeah. But I think he did that as a favour to his mum. I think people read between the lines, and then they're saying, well, why didn't we act like a big club and get him when he was at Monaco? He wanted to go to PSG. PSG put in a bid for him. PSG. Do you know the deal between Monaco and PSG is still being investigated to this day because it was a loan deal. It was a 2-year loan deal. PSG loaned Kylian Mbappe from Monaco for 2 years. I mean, who does that? How does that happen? Yeah. And then there was never any word of a financial settlement. Yeah. But they ended up buying Kylian Mbappe from Monaco after the loan deal. But did anyone ever hear figures coming out how much they bought him for? No one to this day knows. A lot of the rumours is they bought him for 200 million off Monaco. That's the rumours going around. No one really knows. Yeah, but yet again, we're like, why didn't we do that deal? Yeah, I mean, go back in history and just do your research and look. You know, some of these deals are very corrupt. Are very corrupt. And the sports washing going on in football at the moment, especially between Manchester City and PSG, is a joke. Yeah. And what we're doing, we're trying to work in the laws. So Liverpool are trying to work in the laws constantly. Yeah. So we're working in within the laws of the game. And what I think we're doing, working in with the laws of the game, is exceptional. Yeah. Look at the players we brought in. Look at Lou. In the last in the last 9 months, we bought 2 exceptional footballers in Canate and Luis Diaz, yeah? It's like I think people have forgotten we bought them, especially the Luis Diaz stuff. Everyone's going, oh, we just bought Luis Diaz in January. You know, he's literally just came like 4 months ago. It's like he is a brand new signing, guys. You know, and we're going to have him, he's going to have a pre-season and the whole season, next season, he's going to be playing for us. I think we just go a bit too over the top and worried about stuff and go too deep. And the Champions League, all 3 polls showing I'm in favour of getting rid of FSG. Maddock did an article yesterday, one day before, really excellent one. RE, Mane, Salah and FSG. If you haven't read it, I think you should give it a go. An excellent one. I'll pick up Edward. I'll look out for that, my man. Let's not forget we're on the brink of an administration now, extended the stadium and have spent money when needed. We spend to our means. There's far worse owners than FSG. Yeah, exactly, Statman. But Statman, yet again, if you say that to people that hate FSG, they would just call you and they would call you names basically. I said this as well. I said, look what FSG have done. They built up the stadium. Don't forget, all owners before that wanted to leave Anfield. They kept us at Anfield and built up the stadium. They gave us a brand new training ground. They got us Jurgen Klopp in. They got us Michael Edwards in. Now Julian Ward. We got excellent scouting. We got an excellent analytics team. And the club's not in any real danger of any debt, really. Yeah, you do have a bit of debt in clubs. The only teams that haven't got any real debt is oil-based clubs. But apart from that, yeah, we've got a bit of debt, but it's debt that's workable. Debt that's easily managed, sort of thing. Right, so that's a beautifully well-run football club, right? People that hate FSG tell you that's not enough. That's not enough. We need more players and stuff like that. Yes, they do need to start, for me, just spending a bit more cash, yeah? Spending a bit more cash on players. But as I keep saying, I think everyone goes on about FSG's worth. They're worth something like 2.1 billion or something like that. But as I keep saying, that's what FSG are worth as a company. That's not exactly what John W. Henry might be worth himself. So you've got to look at it carefully, guys. You've got to look at it carefully. Yes, they're a bit tight in the coppers sometimes. I agree. And I'm like, sometimes I think they could, just spend a little bit more. But what we do as a football club, we look at certain types of player profile. We have a player profile in mind and we go after that player profile. And I've always said this of FSG, if they want a player and it's in their profile, in their profile, and Jurgen Klopp really wants him as well, things like that, I always believe FSG will buy that player and it'll come through. Now, everyone's on about the Mane replacement. Who do we buy to replace Mane? Look, Mane and Salah are very hard to replace. Let's get that right first off. Whoever you get for Salah might never get the goals Salah got. But in some ways, we could be a better football team. Now, I've said this a few times before. When Mo doesn't play sometimes, and we play without Mo in that front three, I think sometimes we look a bit more fluid as a team, a bit more fluid on the eye. Sometimes when Mo doesn't play. But when Mo plays, obviously, he's a goal scorer. I'm not getting at Mo. I'm not getting at Mo. And that's another thing going around now, isn't it, as well? That FSG are basically saying, like FSG haters and all that, are saying that FSG are making Mo Salah look like the bad guy because they gave him only a 15% pay rise and his contract makes it 230 grand a week. Now, I don't believe that's true, but what I do believe is we do need to move our structure of wage up a little bit if we want to be a bit more serious. That I do agree with. We need a wage. I think we need to stretch our structure basically and need a top structure. So the top person at our club earns 300k a week, which is massive wages, yeah? So if you come to Liverpool Football Club, in our pay structure, in our wage structure, you can earn up to most is 300k basic a week, which is really high. As I said on yesterday's show, there isn't actually many footballers in the world that earn over 400 grand a week around the world. I think if Salah gets the contract he wants, he'd be the 7th highest paid player in Europe. I think that's on Sky Sports where they said that stat. If Salah gets the contract he thinks he should get from Liverpool, he'd be the 7th highest paid player in Europe. I think people just think everyone's paid over 300 and 400 grand a week around Europe, which isn't the case. I believe the average wage around Europe is 180 grand a week is the average wage. I think we just go over the top about things. But I think the structure of the club does need to change a little bit. I think that's what they need to do. As this team is moving forward, we can't stand still, obviously. If City go forward, we need to try and go with City. We need to do it our way, though, because we can't do it City's way. City have just got Haaland and Alvarez in, and then you hear their chairman the other day say, we ain't finished there, we want 3 more transfers, yeah? Well, they're going to blow everyone out of the water for them transfer. Apparently, is it Cucurella from Brighton, the left back? They're after him. I can guarantee you right now, no other team will be able to go for him because City will just blow you out of the water for a transfer for him. So it's not a bother for City. So we can't compete to City's level like that. But we have to do it in a different way. And when we do it, I think we do it really well. Considering the wealth of Manchester City and the riches Man City have got compared to Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, right? When you look player for player and you put both squads up on the screen, I did this video a few months back on the channel. I think a couple of months back on the channel. You put one team there, Liverpool there, you put City there, you put a list of squad players down there, right? And you look at both teams, squad player for player, squad for squad. There's not a lot of much difference. There's not a lot of difference. And if you think about it like that, with City's wealth and power compared to ours, and there's actually not a lot of difference, have FSG actually done that bad of a job then? That's how you got to think about it, guys. I think most of the problem with people at this moment in time is the wage factor at the club. And that I agree with. I think we need to stretch the wages up a bit, move the wages around, because look, Virgil's on 200 grand a week at the moment, same as Virgil's on 220. He's the highest paid player in our club. Mo's on 200, and you get the list goes down. I think the top earner needs to be 300 grand a week, and then everyone underneath that. I think if you stretch the wage structure a little bit to that, I think we can do that. Looking at the books, looking at everything we've earned, you know, in our structure, I think you can do that. And the problem is, like, as I keep saying, I hate the fact when people say Mo should get what he wants. I hate that when people say we should pay Mo what he wants. Yeah, of course he's worth 400, 500 grand a week. And I look at Mo as a footballer and I'm like, I don't think Mo is a 400, 500 grand a week footballer. I keep saying it all the time. Yes, he's a goal scorer. He scores goals all the time. Replacing Salah's goals will be very, very difficult. I don't have any doubt in the world about that, right? But I look at Mo's all-round game. Mo's all-round game is sometimes awful. And I've seen you guys come in comments before. I've seen comments from other people on other YouTube shows and radio listening shows that call in and say, yeah, Mo was just a bit today. And it's like, how many times do you see Mo get the ball and just run into defenders and lose it? How many times do you see Mo one-on-one and he just doesn't score? How frustrating is that? Really frustrating. You know, Mo scores a lot of goals because Mo has a lot of opportunities. Let's be fair. You know, Mo creates at least 10 opportunities for himself every game. So he's going to score goals eventually. But he's not super clinical. And his all-round gameplay, for me, isn't that 400 to 500 a week bracket. And I think FSG are right on this. Obviously, for me, Mo should get 300 grand a week for his goals alone. For what Mo does, the goal scoring he gets and the assists he gets, for me, he's a 300 grand a week footballer. And that's still massive money. That's massive money. But then people will come and tell me, but Jadon Sancho at Man United is on 350 grand a week. Yeah, but that ain't Liverpool's problem. That's a footballing problem. That ain't Liverpool Football Club's problem. That you got an idiots over at Man United that pay people stupid wages. Luke Shaw's only on 20 grand less than Virgil van Dijk. You know, it's a madness. It's a madness. And, yeah, Liverpool, I just don't get it. People, oh, he's so-and-so's on this. Of course, Mo wants to be on that. If Sancho's 350 grand a week, Mo should at least be on 500 grand a week. And I'm like, well, if you're thinking of it like that, then if you're thinking of it like that and only thinking of it like that, then yeah, you're right. But if you think of it logically and actually sit down and actually think about it and think that, you know, Man United have overplayed for a player there that was okay in Germany, you know, come over with a bit of talk about him and whack him on 350 grand a week straight away. Look at Timo Werner. Now, Liverpool are very, very heavily interested in Timo Werner, yeah? Very heavily interested in Timo Werner a couple of seasons back. You know, Jurgen Klopp even was having Skype chats with Timo Werner, right? There were one-to-one talks and that. Timo Werner was desperate to play for Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool didn't want to pay the wages Timo Werner wanted. Timo Werner wanted over 200 grand a week in wages. He's on 210 grand a week at Chelsea, Timo Werner. 210 grand a week at Chelsea. So we set our sights straight away on Diogo Jota at Wolves instead. And I remember it, guys. We bought Thiago in, and then like 24 hours later, came out breaking news, Liverpool close to finalising a deal for Diogo Jota. And everyone's like, wow, where did that news come from? And then a lot of people went, Diogo Jota from Wolves, really? When we could have had Werner. So we stopped going for Werner. This is what happened. This is what happened because I was there when it happened. Everyone was like, oh, so we didn't go for Werner because he cost too much in wages, so we're going to go for Diogo Jota from Wolves. Typical FSG, cheaping way out. You go back in time, you're like, Thank God we got Diogo Jota instead of Timo Werner. And Jota is only on 90 grand a week. To say all that, we put Jota on 90 grand a week because that's how you do business. So then Jota, if he improves as a player at Liverpool and he's getting better and better, when it comes to his contract negotiations, whether he wants an extension or he's knocking on the door saying, you know, I've been really good for a couple of years, can I have a pay rise? Liverpool go, yeah, because you're only on 90 grand a week. We'll go up to like 150, 160 grand a week on you. That's how you do business. Not buying a Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund and putting him straight on 350 grand a week. Because what do Man United do next with him? What do Man United do next with Jadon Sancho when he comes up for contract renewal? They can't go down in wages because he'll just leave. So they're going to have to go up. So they're going to have to go up to 400 grand a week. They don't think. People don't think. Sit down, get people, and just think about the business sense of it. You know, don't compare, one player's on that, one player's on that from another team. Because that's not a Liverpool Football Club problem. That's a footballing problem. And it should be Liverpool's fault. Teams like Man United are absolutely idiots and have no idea how to do business. That ain't Liverpool's fault. We got Jota in, 90 grand a week, and he's outperforming Timo Werner, who's at Chelsea, on 210 grand a week, who everyone wanted. Now, if I told you guys now that we had Timo Werner and he's producing the same stuff at Liverpool that he is at Chelsea right now, and he's on 210 grand a week, everyone will be going mental and going, we need to get rid of him. He's not worth 210 grand a week. So it's all about business, in my opinion. And at the moment, I think we do very good business. Kieran Niaz, FSG have done it the practical way, which has made us very sustainable. I won't ever have a Barca type of problems, but surely PSG could spend bigger. I agree with that. See, Kieran, that's a good argument, Kieran. And I can agree with that. Yeah, does everyone want us to have a Barcelona issue where Barcelona were cashing checks they can't afford? You know, because look, Real Madrid are owned by the King of Spain. You know, they're well backed. Barcelona will never go out financial Real Madrid. It's impossible. But they tried to. But what happened is then they were cashing checks they couldn't afford. And now they're in this massive issue right now and they're falling from grace. We can't do that. I know fans out there want us to try and match City financially. But if we do that and do a Barcelona, guys, then we are gone forever. So you got to think of it logically. I'm worried both Mane and Salah will go elsewhere. I think Salah will stay this season, but Mane's going to go. And I agree with the Mane thing. He was underpaid. John W. Henry has to fully back you and give him some real cash there and sort that they can ready-made players not go on off. FSG are good businessmen, but bad owners. In my opinion, FSG want to be a top 4 club just to keep up the financials. They didn't do much to put us over the top and win big trophies. It's ambition. Fair enough, my friend. See, I'm all about these arguments, guys. I'm all about these arguments. We don't spend massive, but we get the best players still. We have an amazing recruitment. Yeah, so I agree with Rajan Pot. We need cash injection this summer, though. Can't rely on 30 million profit sales and replace 2 of our best players. That I agree with. Look, this is the summer. This is why I started this debate on this channel today, guys. Do we have an FSG problem? Because this summer is very important. This summer is very important. We've got to get this summer correct. If we get this summer correct, we are competing with Man City again next season. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. If we don't get this summer correct, we could fall behind a little bit. We have to get this summer correct. Mane looks like he's going to Bayern Munich. Or Atletico Madrid and PSG have come into the race and Mane now. If Liverpool get this correct, let Mane go and we buy in the right player to replace him, like Nkunku that everyone keeps talking about, or a Nunez or someone like that. They come in to replace him. I think we're all okay. And we're like, right, we can still compete. But then they also need to think about the Salah replacement. Or if they just finally, him and them two knock each other's heads about and finally decide that they're going to sign a contract and get the contract sorted, and they sort Salah's contract out and replace Mane, then we're all fine. Then everything's glossy, yeah, and we can get on. Obviously, we need a midfielder as well. Ramsey looks like it's almost done, the right back area. So we'll have all our fullbacks. When Ramsey's done, that transfer looks done, we'll have the back line is done. We've got 2 right backs, 2 left backs, and 4 centre backs, and 2 good goalkeepers. We don't have to worry about that area of the pitch. That's completely done. We need an attacking number 8 in our midfield, or some new body in our midfield. We definitely need that there. And then we need 2 forwards, because our 2 originals, our 2 best forwards, are coming to the end of their time and leaving the football club. So as long as we replace them fine and the recruitment's good, we go again. If we don't, we're in trouble. So it is a big summer for FSG, and that's where I will agree with all of you on. I will agree with that. I mean, we have 2 new stands from them, and extra training centre. But Mo gets double, triple marked all the time. Son is a purple patch player, in my opinion. Yeah, but I will say Son is more clinical than Mo. I agree with you saying about Mo, but that's where Mo's got to change his game up. FSG are only billionaires that seem to look in prime for a deal. Get the number 9 Nunes and a playmaker. Liverpool win the league. Mo money, Mo problems. Ask the question: who is the better owner? Some of these super clubs are destroying the game. It's becoming so expensive because of massive spending. I remember the copy in 75p to get in. Oh, Manu, that Jamie, they stink. Not FSG's fault all the time, but we need to put some extra input from them to truly challenge the Man Cities of the world. We are well run, but we need extra transfer funds to keep up. That I agree with. I totally see, guys. I agree with all your comments. I do agree. I'm not an FSG apologist, by the way. I know a lot of people go, because I've been on Coppish a couple of times when they did the FSG debates, and I was FSG in, and it's because the reason is I was an FSG in guy, and the reason I am an FSG in guy at this moment in time is because the club is well run. I look at someone like Mike Ashley at Newcastle, who destroyed Newcastle, yeah? I look at a lot of owners around the country that, you look at Leeds owners, they couldn't give a damn about Leeds United. You know what I mean? No money spent, not improving Leeds at all. If they went down, they went down. Look at Man United, look at their owners. The Glazers don't give 2 hoots, absolutely 2 hoots. Yeah, they spent over 1.1 billion, yeah, in transfers, but they're 6th in the Premier League. Things have gone wrong there. They kept Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on for 3 years. I mean, it's just stupid. That club's badly run. Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal fans can't stand their owners. Yeah, they spent a lot of money last summer, but the money they spent players on were not that great. I keep saying this. Everyone last said, Arsenal showed ambition. I hate this word, showing ambition, because I think it's an easy out when people say, they're showing ambition, because they spent 150 million. They bought trash. They bought awful players. Yeah? I mean, everyone goes on about Ramsdale. Ramsdale's an awful goalkeeper who makes the easy save look like the hardest save in the world. Ramsdale's a sort of goalkeeper. You take a shot at him straight on like that, he dives. He's not a very good goalkeeper. He's average. They spent a lot of money on average footballers. Look at Ben White, 50 million. Jesus Christ, Ben White for 50 million. So Arsenal spent a lot of money last season, and apparently everyone told me they showed ambition. They played once a week. They had the Champions League in the palm of their hands, and they bottled it. Ambition ain't just what you spend, it's how you spend it, guys. Look at Aston. I'm getting told now Aston Villa have shown ambition because they bought 2 players. And one of them is such an average defender, by the way. It's unreal. It's not a very good player. Yes, he's an upgrade on Mings, but Jesus Christ. People go so over the top. Aston Villa have shown ambition. Good for Aston Villa. Aston Villa finished 14th in the Premier League. They need to start showing ambition or they're going to be in trouble. I mean, why are we comparing ourselves to Aston Villa? They're 14th in the Premier League. They need to show ambition or they're going to be 14th in the Premier League again. We've got the 2nd best squad in the league for me, and that is why we finished 2nd. It's just ambition for me is Liverpool going out and spending the right amount of money on the right player and getting him in our squad. That's ambition for me. For me, FSG messed up that time when we won the Champions League and didn't buy no players. Yes, we won the league the next season. So a lot of people said they were right. But for me, they should have bought at a power of strength. So buy when you're at a power of strength, then you don't have to worry about it later down the road. Yeah, that's fair, and I agree with that. I agree with it. This summer, FSG's biggest summer. That's why I'm doing this video. This is FSG's biggest summer. They need to show that they do care about the club. They do care about us, because I think they do. I know a lot of people say they don't give two hoots about the club, don't care about the club. Where are they every game? Well, they do live. They are living in Boston. I mean, it's hard enough for me to get to Anfield, and I live in the same bloody country. So, it's, I think at the end of the day, hopefully they get the recruitment right. If they get the recruitment wrong, look, this summer, guys, I'll be serious. If they get the recruitment wrong about this summer, and they don't replace Mane well enough, and they don't sort this Salah stuff out or replace him later down the line, I'll do another video, guys, where I'm going to crucify them. So, but at this moment in time, I'm happy with them. I'm happy with them. But I'm telling you right now, if they get this Mane thing wrong and they don't replace him well enough, and they don't sort the Salah stuff out or replace Salah or get this midfielder in that we desperately need this summer, I will do a video at the end of August when the transfer market's finished, guys, and I will crucify them. But what I'm saying is right now, in this moment in time, I'm happy with them. We're competing against a massive juggernaut of a side in Man City. Even Man United have more money than us, and we got a better squad than Man United, and they spent 1.1 billion. So it's not the end of the world. We don't need a lot of fixing. It's just 3 or 4 players, in my opinion, that needs to come in into certain areas of the pitch, plug them to fix them gaps, and then we'll be fine. We'll be laughing. We'll be like, yeah, we're back, guys. We can compete still. But don't get guys. Carvalho is coming in. I know he's a young bloke. I know he's a youngster, but good God, he's a fantastic footballer. And a lot of people are going to be surprised how good he is. Harvey Elliott will only get better as a Liverpool player. Harvey Elliott, if he never got that serious injury, would have played at least 30 games for me this season. And we'll all be sitting here right now saying, bloody hell, Harvey Elliott is a talent. So we've got the players there. We just need to start making sure we try and keep our star players locked down and replace the likes of Mane and Salah. Because at the end of the day, Mane and Salah are always going to leave Liverpool Football Club eventually. You know what I mean? They're always going to leave Liverpool Football Club eventually one day. So you have to replace them eventually. So if FSG get this correct and replace them properly, then everyone's happy. Yeah. If they don't, even I will come on and do a video at the end of August when the transfer window shuts or whenever it shuts, and I will criticise them. You'll see me criticising them. But right now, as we stand, yeah, I mean, the Salah stuff, I think the Salah stuff's getting on people's nerves. I don't think Salah are making FSG look like the bad guy. I do believe they're about 50-50 on this. I don't think Salah's helping himself. I don't think Mo's helping himself in this situation. I'll get to that reason in a minute. Let me get through these chats. Do you sell Ox, Cater and buy Bellingham and Nunes? I'd love to buy a Bellingham. I think Liverpool are very interested in Bellingham. I don't think Dortmund want to let him go this summer, but apparently Dortmund are saying if an 80 million bid comes in for Bellingham, they'll accept it. Doesn't FFP mean you can only lose 100 million over 3 years? So you are bound to that. Yeah, exactly. Unless you're Man City. Klopp has to take a bit of stick after Liverpool won the league. 9 was needed then, but Bobby was great. So no 9 3 years later, Jamie, we here. Yeah, exactly. Look, you got, if you're talking about FSG, guys, you got to talk about Jurgen Klopp as well at the same time. Jurgen Klopp does like a particular type of footballer. Happy freaking Friday to Bruce Crowell. I love you, Tashi. Yeah, love Brucey. FSG's model is for maintaining a club in the top 4, not for challenging the league. That's the difference. Is the magic of Klopp. That is the problem. Yeah, I agree. So that's what I'm saying, my man. That's what I'm saying. Liverpool, FSG need to just amend and move around what they do financially. That's why I'm saying the wage thing. If they move their wage structure up to 300k a week, it helps maintain that club at that higher level. Way it is at the moment, you're just happy to be in top 4 and the financials keep coming. But if you stretch that out, so I do agree with you. Because no one cares about City. Jamie, big up Colin. How you doing, my friend? We all know what happens when you overspend on a credit card. It eventually catches up. I would love better owners, but more chance of getting worse owners. Yeah, that is true. I would defo sell Oxnaby for Julian Nunes. So would I. Buy Darwin for 60 million. I will do this, Jamie. We got some Team OG member Helen. I love that Stephen and I never had that issue. And Karras and Adrian. Yeah, Karras will definitely go. I think Adrian might stay along here, because he's still got a year left in his contract. Sooner or later, we will not be able to compete with these super rich clubs. We just have to accept the fact and enjoy it as long as it lasts. Captain Sal with new picture. Sweet. Nobody's asking FSG to spend as much as the oil clubs, of course, not buy a little more from them in each transfer window, put us over the top. I agree. I agree with all you guys. I do agree with you. Look, FSG just need to spend a little bit more. If they spend a little bit more, I think they won't have any. This is FSG. What I'm saying with FSG, yes, they're stubborn. I think FSG are stubborn in the way they do business. I also think Jurgen Klopp's stubborn in the way as well. So, but they've got to give the man money just a little bit more and he'll get us over the top. Do you know what I mean? And then everyone's happy. Then there is no FSG talk. And we're all like, yeah, FSG are good owners. So then FSG can be like sitting back, John W. Henry sitting back with his massive scar and going, yeah, there you go. They love me again. They love me again. It's all he's got to do. It's just a little thing. We're not even asking for that much as fans. It's just a little tiny thing and we're away. FSG looking for investors from Russia. Does that worry people? Probably, but it's the same everywhere, Helen, ain't it? It's the same everywhere. It's madness. Mane was great, but Mane was shoehorned into a 9. He's not a striker. Yeah, but I think that's where he's going to play for Bayern Munich as a number 9. If he's there to replace Lewandowski, he's there to play number 9. What's with everyone's negativity last season? Klopp is a miracle worker because of the drop-off in quality after the first team is sometimes staggering. We have to give him quality and depth. Look how much we did this year. I mean, the quality and depth issue. Now, it depends what you mean by quality and depth. I look at Chelsea. Everyone told me Chelsea had the best squad in the league before, just even better than Man City at the beginning of the season. It was them and Man City. Chelsea lost Chilwell at left back and had Alonso as backup, and they finished third, 19 and 20 points behind Man United, Man City, and Liverpool. Didn't win a cup. I don't know if the depth is that bad per se, but I do agree with what you're saying. You maybe need a little bit more. I think, the strike option depth right now, you got at the club at this moment in time before they leave, you got this season, you've had Mane, Salah, Jota, Diaz, Bobby, and Origi. That attacking depth is quality. There's no doubt about that. The defensive line depth is quality because if Robbo ain't playing well, you can have Tsimikas come in. You got Konate, Van Dijk, Matip, and Joe Gomez as a backup as your 4 centre backs. There ain't many better 4 centre back options than that in the Premier League. Trent, yeah, we didn't have cover for, but hopefully we're getting that now with Ramsey from Aberdeen. By the way, he's a very good footballer. Then we got Alisson in goal, the best goalkeeper around, and his number 2 is Queven Kelleher, who's a very good number 2. So I think the depth issue is the midfield. The depth issue is probably the midfield area. That's where we need sorting, that in my opinion. How do I find membership, Jamie? I can't find it anywhere. It's the join button, my friend. So under the screen where the likes and dislike button is, there's a join button. If you press that, you'll be able to join, my friend. So you'll see the dislike and the like button. There should be a join button right underneath there. If not, the join button is on the channel itself. If you go on the front of the channel where all the videos are, there's a join button at the top there as well. Good morning, Jamie Mods and everyone watching. Hope you're all well. Big up, Ian. Sponsored by companies owned by the sheiks. Yeah, exactly. You say about all these gems we've found, and now best in the world. We don't want 100 million players and egos that come with it. But How about more of the same and more of the same? Yeah, I agree, Kieran. I totally agree with you, my friend. That's what I want, my man. I agree. FSG score report: manager A plus, coaching staff A plus, stadium improvements A plus, signings A minus, sustainability A plus, trust C. All round excellent work, but must work on the trust and respect with fans. I agree with that, Stephen Owens. Totally, Stephen. Skate Going has the miracle narrative only ran true when Klopp had Brendan's players. We did have some deadwood. Now Klopp has nearly all his own players. I don't agree. Thank you very much, Skate Girl. I agree with that. Rod says always different rules for Man City. It's Chelsea all over again. Exactly, Rods. Better than my school report. Klopp is obviously happy with FSG, or he wouldn't have signed a new contract, Ruben. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. I mean, it's a good point you make there, my friend. Just lost all my chat. There we go. 20,000 empty had seats. And mine, Stephen. People give Man City a pass because they're basically been stopping Liverpool from winning the titles. If it was their team, they'd be the ones moaning. Yeah, exactly. UEFA Champions League versus ESLs are watching two sets of James Bond villains going after each other. Oh, the European Super League and the UEFA Champions League. Oh, can you imagine two sets of James Bond villains going after each other? That'd be beautiful. They came to Paris and they came to Paris in the FA Cup and possibly the League Cup, but don't turn up to Prem games. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they turned up to Prem games all the time. That's a lot of air miles. You can't compete with sports watching unless we get owners that also sports watch, which I'm. Yeah, that's so true. So true. UEFA didn't do paperwork in time, but suspect Man City backhand payoff. Oh, yeah, definitely. You can't compete with sports washing. You can't. UEFA turn a blind eye as always. Klopp has fallen at the final hurdle in the league and Champions League. It's time for FSG to back him fully. See, this is what I'm saying. What does back him fully mean? This is what I'm trying to say, guys. What does back him fully mean? Because it's not like we've got a dead team. This is what that's what I'm always saying. I just want your extent. I just want everyone. People will say back him fully. Just tell me what you mean by back him fully, because I don't understand what that means. Back him fully. Because I look at the team we got, and I would say it's been backed. So let me know what you mean by backed fully, and we can have a discussion about it, because I just don't get what it means. Wage structure would be broken. Overall cost for Haaland was too expensive. Yeah, it was massive. Under FSG, we have improved every year except one. Happy with that. I agree. 40-year-old Virgil will face so much pressure before he's even kicked a City ball. Big up Ravi. We are literally that, Emma. That is a treat. Good by her husband. But now Deborah over the road's husband is splashing the cash on Emma. He's giving her husband stick for every chance she gets. We never gonna pay over the odds for a player that we're not. Some myth with Mbappe. Yeah. Also, FSG have made mistakes, but they are running a great business model. Two things can be true, though, and Klopp is the key to all of this. None of our team were world class before Klopp. None of them. That is so true. Hi, Ravi. Good to see you. Hi, Helen too. What is Dad's agent was worth more than the transfer? That is so ridiculous. Football is getting tainted. It is, man. It is, man. I mean, the money that was paid to Haaland's dad and his agents were more combined than transfer fee. It's just madness. We actually like Liverpool have needed a real 9 for 5 years, Jamie. I do agree with that. Liverpool are stable for the first time in decades. Let's not go back to boom and bust. I like the idea of buying really good talent and turning into absolute worldies like Klopp did with Mane and Salah. It's more satisfying when a club can do that. That's a proper club to me. Exactly. Guys, remember what Jurgen Klopp did at Borussia Dortmund? Borussia Dortmund were in the same sort of predicament that Liverpool were when they got taken over. So Liverpool were dead and buried. We're falling away under Brendan Rodgers. And then Jurgen Klopp comes in, picks us up. Jurgen Klopp then has got a very good eye for talent in the transfer market. Look what he did for Borussia Dortmund. Don't forget, Jurgen Klopp's the one who bought Lewandowski from a Polish club for like £3.5 million, I think it was, from this Polish club no one ever heard of. No one's ever heard of Lewandowski, and he created the greatest striker in the world. He found so many gems and made that Borussia Dortmund team one of the best teams in Europe at the time. You know, and he won back-to-back league titles in Germany and took them to a Champions League final against Bayern Munich. Yeah. The only reason he couldn't sustain that model at Borussia Dortmund is because Bayern Munich kept buying their best players every season. And Dortmund have never been the same team since Jurgen Klopp left. So I think Jurgen Klopp and FSG work really well together. So Jurgen Klopp's got a good eye for talent. And if he thinks he can work with them and create and make them massive. No, I remember when we bought Salah and Mane, right? I remember when we was in the market of buying Mohamed Salah. I remember Liverpool fans saying, why do we want Mohamed Salah? He didn't do it at Chelsea and he weren't that great at Roma. I remember people saying this, yeah? Then now people are saying now that we can't afford to lose him. He's the best in the world. So something happened between us buying him when people really didn't want Mo Salah at the club. I remember people saying we spent 35 million on Mo Salah, what a waste of money. From that to where we are now, people complaining and moaning that he might be going because they consider him the best in the world. So what happened in that time frame? Clearly, when Klopp came, he and FSG had an agreement on how the club will be run, and I'm sure Klopp agreed. The only issue is the timing of the signings, but because that's how you run a business, exactly. We don't want Haaland and Mbappe. We know we can't compete for those, but we can find gems, and we need more gems. That I agree with. I totally agree with that. I mean, if we get a Nunez or an Nkunku in, they're gems as well, and Klopp can mould them and make them world superstars. No doubt about that. I agree with that, my friend. I do agree with that. That's why I say football isn't football. It's a total business. As to those who've got the most money, like playing poker and who sticks or twists, yeah, I totally agree. Andrew Kerr, big up yourself, Andrew Kerr. Andrew Kerr becoming a new member, a Team OG member. Big up, Andrew Kerr. Big yourself up, my friend. You get shout outs all the time now. Big yourself up, guys. Everyone in the chat who become members. Much respect and love to all of you. Let me get through all these chats, guys, because I've got to leave soon. Where was he? Here we go. FSG run a tight detail ship. For example, they're happy to wait an extra season and a half to see the progression of targets and players we have before spending. To be honest, they have been right 9 out of 10 times. That's true. Some of our fans sound jealous of Man City bending the rules, which is silly. You can't have a go at City and want to be like them as well. It's madness. FSG are not the richest owners, so they need to be cautious. I agree. Franco, Jamie, what I love about your channel is that you are balanced and data driven. You aren't irrational and emotional. Your channel is grown up and inclusive, including for a middle-aged woman like me. Thank you. Oh, big yourself. Thank you very much. Them lovely words. Thank you very much. I do try. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't get all. I try and look at things on both sides of the fence. So if there's a debate to be had, and we have a debate, I look at the bad side, I look at the good side, and we debate it and put it together, and I throw it out to the audience and the chat and everyone out there and the internet, and they let me know what they feel. And we have I don't like the childish behaviour that happens on some other channels, I have to say. Now, I'm a grown-up, I'm a 40-year-old man, and we've got to have these grown-up discussions about football. There's too many channels out there, I think, that are very clickbaity, or they want the fights on their channel, if you know what I mean. They want that. They want to see a one caller calling up and another caller calling up and going to war with each other and making it sound stupid because, everyone clicks into that and lies on that, which I understand. It's YouTube. You want clicks. I do get that. But, yeah, that's not me. That's not me. I'm more level-headed like that. And but thank you very much for your comment. I really, really appreciate that. Really do. Nunez, Jamie. Yeah, I think we'll get one of them. Really do. Morning, Jamie and Ali. Hope you're all well. Big yourself. And all hope you're all well. Big yourself up, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Morning, Jamie. How are you doing today? I'm doing all right, man. Had a mad one this morning. I was late on the show by 20 minutes, but I had a mad one. But we're all good, my friend. KVJ, morning, mate. Yes, the wage structure needs to change. I agree. Hi, Jamie. Most fans don't hate FSG, but want them to show some love to the club and fans by spending generously when needed. Agree, our wage structure needs to evolve as we become successful. Big yourself up ourselves, and I agree with that as well. Do agree with that. We have lost at City in the league by 1.3 times. Not one of those times and anything to do with PSG. Our players, the ones not being clinical, etc. It's just life. There are winners and there are losers. Yeah, exactly. That's why I say sometimes I think we look too deep into things. Sometimes. Like Man City have never won the Champions League with all the players they got and all the riches they've got. PSG, with all the riches and players they've got, never won the Champions League. That needs to be questioned. So we have won the Champions League. We have won the Premier League under this model. And we just got to keep going. But what FSG just need to do, give it, get the loose change from behind the sofa a little bit more, and give that Jurgen Klopp. Stuff like that. And we're all happy. Yes, we need progress in model and structure forward, Will said. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, exactly at Destination Wrestling, totally spot on. Olsen, Jamie, couldn't have put it better. If you took away Oil City, wouldn't exist. Yeah, there isn't much difference at all. Yeah, big up loose talks, Daddy and the Dons. Phil in the house, City blow, striker money on win-backs. Yeah, that's so true. How do I become a member? So the join button is at the bottom of the screen. The join button is at the bottom of the screen, and yeah, if any mods in the house, can you help everyone out with memberships, please? So if there's any mods around, could you help them out with memberships, please? So my wife just shouted out she'll go down and help everyone with if they want to join in a minute, okay, guys? So she'll talk to you in the chat, guys, and show you where to go. But yeah, there is a join button at the bottom of the screen. If you don't see it on the bottom of the screen, if you come out of the video and go onto my channel screen, there's a join button at the top of that as well. So yeah, but Lauren, the wife will get in the chat and help anyone out if they need help with membership, where to go for memberships, guys. Daddy and Don, they brought Haaland and Julio Alvarez low. The system should change to maybe like American draft. One budget for the whole season. This will spread the talent around more clubs, so they don't sit on the bench. Give a basic and bonuses for performances. Kieran, I think something similar like that is going to happen eventually, because the way you look at it, none of the big players no more go for transfer fees. They all go for free. Salah might go for a free. Kylian Mbappe, after his PSG contracts run out, will probably go for a free. Donnarumma last season went for a free. Messi went for a free. Ronaldo, I mean, he did let his contract run down, but he basically went for free, hardly any money at all. So I see in the future that all the big teams, all the big elite footballers, I believe, are going to sign short-term contracts for high wages. So they go to 3-year deals at really high wages. Then when that contract run out, they either negotiate a new one or they go somewhere else on a free. I really think that's how football's going to change. Click join, says Helen. Yeah, there's a join button at the bottom of the screen. If you don't see it there, come out of the channel, come out of the video, and at the top of my channel, when you go on my channel, at the top of the channel, there's a join button there as well. I think you are right. The structure should move, especially as the FSG set the structure. You are not chasing titles. Liverpool could have signed Douche valid 3 years ago. He went to Juventus, so Liverpool cannot afford to miss out on Nunes, Jamie. Fans want FSG to be die-hard Liverpool fans. It ain't going to happen. They are baseball fans. So when fans say show us love, they're not going to happen, because first, Thiago, only world-class player ever bought. 300 to 350 grand is about the range of salary, in my opinion. I agree, Captain Sal. And Franco Harvest never is different on here. Sorry, I don't know what that means, one man. Yes, they have, but they have buy left backs for 50 million, so you can't compete. Exactly. FG have so many other clubs they are paying wages to and looking to add their portfolio, so they have money. The Red Sox haven't won since 2019. Jack and Cormits Fogs, Mane to Bayern Munich, Salah to Real Madrid or PSG. Most football players are overpaid rather than our players being underpaid. Comparing his pointers, remember when Lavezzi was one of the highest paid? Yeah, exactly. Our players trickle in, so we don't notice signings like clubs who maybe buy 3 players a season. We've signed somewhere some great talent. Otherwise, ourselves more pound would be nice and signings, but in general, we're doing well. Was the highest paid player in the world on 700 grand a week? Yep, he was at one time. And don't forget, I think weren't Tevez in China on like $1 million a week? Oh, it's ridiculous. I'd sell both Mane and Salah this summer and bring in a couple of replacements who don't demand stupid amount of wages. Big up Joe. I never question the signings we make because we sign absolute gems. Our scouts and transfer team are absolute boss. Exactly. We got 800k for Messi. It's ridiculous, ain't it? Get the 9 Liverpool needed half a decade. I don't know what Lewandowski was earning. Lewandowski is on 20 million a year. So basically that's what. So when Lewandowski leaves, they're just giving that money to Sadio Mane, which is what, 385 grand a week. It also makes it harder to sell Werner. No other club is stupid enough to pay the wages and transfer fee for him. Joe Barnes in the house. Exactly. It will make life so much harder. Sonia in the house. How much profit does FSG make? I have no idea. To be fair. If you can find that out, that'd be interesting. Liverpool have structures for everything, but we cannot just be playing around beyond what our financials can take. I agree, Jamie. Harry Kane would be brilliant signing. He's a true professional who would give it his all and scores an assist for a fun, poor Tottenham side. Imagine what he's producing our team. Yeah, I'd love Harry Kane. No doubt about it. I'm never a fan of FSG. Fair enough, Mr. Bud. Hell no, Joe. I'd not accept Harry Kane. See, I don't mind people. If you're not a fan of FSG, I'm not going to tell you should be. No way. I'm not even going to come on here and give you like Mr. Bud's not a fan. So I'm not going to tell Mr. Bud that he should be, or try and now talk for about 5 minutes and say the reasons you're wrong, because that's not up to me. If people don't want to like them, people don't want to like them. Do you know what I mean? We're all human beings at the end of the day. Mr. Bud, big up to you, my friend. This is the summer we'll see how FSG are all about. I do agree with that. I've got to say, FSG do need to do something this summer. With the likes of Mane and Salah leaving, even if Salah stays for this season, goes on a free, we need to sort out his position this summer and not next summer, because next summer all the teams will be like, well, you're replacing Mo. So you need to do something more this summer. We need 2 forwards in and a midfielder. If we get 2 forwards in and a midfielder, I think we'll be fine. Do you back Julian Ward to find players to join Jamie? Yeah, I do. Remember, Julian Ward did the Diaz deal. So we need a number 8. That I do agree with. We need an attacking number 8 in midfield. We need a proper striker to compete with City this season. Otherwise, we won't compete with the numbers Haaland will put up. Right, this is the thing on Haaland. What if Haaland don't work? Now, Borussia Dortmund were a better team before Haaland joined them, by the way. I'm just putting that out there in the atmosphere. Borussia Dortmund were actually a better team before Haaland joined them. Haaland plays in a particular way. City are going to have to adapt to Haaland, or Haaland's going to have to adapt to City. Haaland gets a lot of muscle injuries. And what if it don't work? Man City have lost out on money, but Man City can afford to lose out on money. Liverpool can't afford to lose out on money. This is one thing I will say. That's why we're very patient in the transfer market and go after the right particular player. Look, the Thiago deal, buying Thiago looked quality, but he is injury prone. And it was is he injury prone, or I don't know. Injury prone for me was more, I don't know if he's injury prone, but he does get his injuries. He gets a lot of muscle injuries. Fortunately, we didn't have to spend a lot of money on Thiago. It was like 25 million, wasn't it? So we didn't spend a lot of money on Thiago, so it doesn't seem a problem. All the money they spent on Haaland, if it doesn't work, it's not going to worry Man City because they just go again. This is what I'm trying to say. If Haaland doesn't work at Man City, City will just go again. It doesn't matter. If it didn't work for Liverpool, Liverpool is stuck. That's the difference between the two clubs right there. That's the main difference between the two clubs right there. But Haaland might not work, guys. Haaland might not work. He might do. He might get 50 goals next season and break all the records in the world. Or he might struggle. We don't know yet. It's obvious that we need an out-and-out striker instead of a second striker and get on the end of chances. Kane is that. Yeah, we do need a proper clinical forward, in my opinion. Lewandowski. Watershed summer, yes. More shed, less water. Madrid, not 29, Joe. On the Núñez thing, is it me or is it just become a bandwagon? Prior to us playing against Benfica, his name was never mentioned. Thank you. Thank you. Mentioned among our fan base are people watching him week in, week out. Thank you, my fan. Man like Hunzi, is that man like Hunzi? Thank you very much, my friend. I've been saying that on this channel for ages now. Apart from seeing Núñez in the Champions League, I have not seen him before. I don't watch the Portuguese league. I don't know how many bad games Núñez has week in, week out. We only see clips of him. So when you go on YouTube and see clips of Núñez, yeah, they only put up the good bits. You know what I mean? It's like I could do a video package of Naby Keita, right? I could do a video package of Naby Keita, put it on YouTube, and just put all the best bits of Naby Keita in, and people were like, what a footballer. But then if I put the real version of it up, you know, people are like, Jesus. You know, so you can make players look better than they actually are, but when people go on YouTube and watch them back and stuff like that, you know, you've seen the best of them. We don't know how poor he is during the weeks, you know, in the Portuguese league. What I saw of him in the Champions League, especially against us and other teams in the Champions League this season, he looks a very good footballer. But like you say, it's a bandwagon thing. In my personal opinion, Harry Kane will score the same number of goals as Salah, so no point signing him because his weekly pay will also be bogus, which is not good. I'm FSG out just to keep them on their toes. I respect them, yes, but they also have their issues. Pick yourself up, my friend. He is in his prime age-wise. Nowadays, players can keep performing at that level for around 35, like Milner, Ibrahimovic, to say. Yeah, fair enough point. That's all we can say. Arsenal showed ambition. Now they are showing desperation. Nketiah and El Nene contract extensions. Yeah, and they put Nketiah on 100 grand a week, by the way. The golden. Say my name. Golden. We need to buy players that are aged 24, 26, not hearing the end of their careers. Núñez will be the difference. 60 million will place Origi and Mane goals. Wagwan. FSG financial struggles. True, Don. Agrees to use some for FSG as it's the real start of the evolution of the front three. Not bad, too, Don. As a fan base, go back and forth with the owners, but if Klopp saw it as a massive issue, would he have signed a contract extension? That's true. The Mane replacement is on Klopp and his team rather than FSG. I agree. This is not carrying narrative has to stop. They care about their business doing well. And so we benefit. It's just how it is. You guys think every investor is passionate about when they invested in. Exactly. You had two players at least from strength point signing and you're winning striker, not a false nine, says Colin. I'll be looking very close at the incomings and outgoings. Do we have money for shopping? We have vouchers. Better than definitely no. Second those emotions from what that Ukraine forward dub dub back quality. Oh, the Ukrainian forward. What was the one? What was what Murdoch? That's how I was calling him. Sleepy time for Andrew. What other than the fact that we've won the title, been in 4 European finals, won the FA Cup and League Cup, built a new standing, expanded to another, and built the best squad in the generation? What a joke, says Lee. Cinema says, hi. Harvey Curtis and Kay Gordon, etc. All good. Yeah, exactly. FSG are like your parents when we were young. You ask for a McDonald's and they say, why? We have burgers and buns in the freezer. Oh, that's a bit true. That is a bit true. Look, mate, if I don't get Jesus the fish, we cannot feed our hunger for glory. Up that way, Kieran. FSG need to be flexible with their model, in my opinion. I worry about our club when Klopp leaves, as I don't. Any manager in the world football can bring a club to the top under such a model, apart from Klopp. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. Like Jamal for 10 crumpets with the Queen. Big yourself up. Andrew's our new member as well. Big up, Andrew. Team OG member. Guys, I've got to go through this quickly because I have actually got to leave. Do people not remember that until FSG turned up with 24 hours, they ain't going out of business? Real Madrid issuing statement, all the MAC opposition fans have thrown at us. Looks silly. From Egypt, I say Mo will stay with Liverpool team for a long time. Don't worry about that. Big up cinema for you. People are saying this isn't good anymore. It's entirely true. As last season, Mane was awful. It's just that everyone goes through poor patches. I'm 100% Salah will be back next year. I think Salah might have the greatest year ever next year. I've been saying that. People try to remind us that we are on the brink of administration, but also remember, guys, they bought us for 300 million, so we are now worth 3 billion. They didn't save us; they brought a commodity for a profit. History speaks louder than this. Jamie, the issue with not buying the ready-made star now and buying potentials is the fact that the team is in its prime now. Yeah, I agree with that. We need to go out now and buy the big name player. Lots of channels want human cockfighting just for clear waste of time. I like channels like yours, Coppish, and the NFT Day Trippers. Big up to yourself, my friend. The grown-up channels, we call them. The grown-up channels. Apparently, City willing to pay 100 million for Rafael Leao fully on cheat mode. Jesus Christ. Klopp, like his show horning into strikers, getting Darwin Núñez. Brody, downstairs. Downstairs, mate. Downstairs. Downstairs. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Sorry, guys. That was my son asking where mum was, but she's just downstairs. Big up, Jamie. Anfield agenda push back over. Can find the link to the members. Can't confirm the link to the members, Jamie. Hi, everyone. I'm in the chat. Let me know if you need any help. Yeah, guys, so if you want to join the membership, guys, it's literally at the bottom of the video. There should be a join button there underneath the like and dislike button. If you can't find it there, come out of the video, and on the main channel itself, there is at the top of the channel, there is a join button there, guys, as well. So if you can't find it in the video itself, go to the come out of the video, go to the main channel page, and at the top of the main channel page is a join button there as well, guys. So yeah, you can hear it there as well. My James, next to subscribe button, matey. There you go. Next to the subscribe button. So next to the subscribe button, guys, if you need it, it's next to the subscribe button. It's the join button, guys. Marvin, you can't join it on a phone, only on desktop. If you look where the like and dislike buttons are, the join button is in the bar next to it. Let me just have a look at my phone as well, because people are saying it's hard to find on your phone. Let me just have a look. I've double checked on my phone, guys, and the join button is below the Jamie Phillips football chat where the subscribe button is, so I should be able to join on the phone. All right, guys, let me just see if I can get it up as well. Blessings, Jamie. Much love and respect to you and your family in the chat. Big up Jean Gray in the house. Núñez is a hype merchant. He was playing in the Spanish second division 2 years ago. He's average. I first mentioned Nunes back in 2001, for the first time for him. Right, let me see if I can get this up. Oh. Right, guys, so I'll get this up on the screen and see if you can see it. It might be blur. Hang on. Let me see if I can get this up for you guys. One second. Right, you might be able to see it. Right. There should be, you see that join. See my name, Jamie Phillips Football Chats there, guys, on my phone. There's that join underneath it. Do you see it there, guys? So you see Jamie Phillips Football Chats. Underneath it is the word join. Press on that and you become a member, guys. There you go. So that's on my phone, guys. So you can see it there, Jamie Phillips Football Chats. Underneath it is the join button. And if you push that, you become a member, guys. If you couldn't find it on your phone, there we go. Ivan's got it. Big up, Ivan. LFC. Much love to you, my friend. Ivan LFC in the house. There we go. He's now a Team OG member. Big up, Ivan. Big up, Ivan. All right. We now have an email address if anyone wants to ask any questions and need help or has any suggestions for the channel merchandise would like to see or any other membership perks you would like, email. I'll put the email in the chat. Hi, Lauren. Raphael Leak is overrated. Straight line merchant. Brody, she's downstairs. Laugh about that. Yeah, sorry. That was my son's come upstairs to look for his mum. I don't think memberships work on iPhones. I can't see it. Oh, sorry. I haven't got an iPhone, guys. I'm not sure about the iPhone. Sorry about that, my man. I'll have a look into it why it don't. So everyone's having trouble with the iPhone. Okay. Can't see memberships on iPhone. Hopefully that sorts itself out soon, guys. If not, I'll find out if I can see if it's on the actual channel itself, guys. So I'm going to finish this video in a minute. So once I finish the video, go to my actual channel main screen and see if it's on the actual channel main screen, guys. It should be on the actual channel main screen if you can't get it where the video is. Otherwise, if you've got a computer or anything like that or a laptop, just quickly join in on there, guys. But big up to everybody who's come in today. Thank you for the chat, and I love the discussion today and the debate surrounding FSG. Yeah, I was literally in the next room. So thank you very much, guys, for the debate and the chat. I'll be back again tomorrow evening, guys. I'll be back tomorrow evening with another show as well, guys. Probably more debate on all this, more transfer news, looking at the future. There'll be some watch-alongs as well, guys. There'll be some watch-alongs, so look out for the watch-alongs on the channel. Some international watch-alongs coming up as well. So big up to everyone today. Thank you, guys, for liking and subscribing to the channel. And thank you very much for all the new members on the channel as well. Much love to you all. The membership page is on the main channel as well. So if you couldn't find it on this video, once it's finished, the membership page is on the main channel as well. So go on my main channel screen, and at the top you'll see the join button. Hopefully you can be able to join it there as well. I'm not sure why it's not letting you on iPhone. I don't use an iPhone, so I can't explain that. But big up to everyone who's joined anyway. Thank you very much. There's the email, guys. There's the email, jamiephillipsfootballchats@gmail.com. If you've got anything you want to ask me for future programming, future debates, anything like that Lauren put out, you can email us there, guys. Any membership inquiries, anything like that. Use that email there on the screen, guys. Use that email there on the screen. And you get through to us there, guys, and I can help you out with any inquiries you have on that, guys. So what I'll do, we'll copy and paste that email and put it in the chat as well, guys, so you guys can get it. So anything you want to ask me, go to that email address, guys. Thank you very much, guys. I'll be back tomorrow night. You guys have been beautiful as always. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow night. Peace out. Much love.